Hello everyone, and welcome to Castle Game of Age of Empires 4. Starting off, in the color yellow, we've got Scatterbrained. And in the color teal, on the other side of the map, this is on Gorge, we've got TheViper. That's right, TheViper. Enjoying a little bit of Age of Empires 4 off stream. It's very nice to see him being somewhat active in the game again. Both these players currently sitting at the Conqueror 1 rank, so definitely not on the low end, not on the highest end as well, but they're up there, and Viper, I mean, we know him, we love him from Age of Empires 2, from Age of Empires 4, he's the GOAT, and we're gonna have to see though how he's gonna be faring up against the Zhuji's Legacy. The Viper, playing as a Byzantines here, already has placed his first cistern, isn't opting for the build where you immediately go onto stone with the first 5 villagers in order to get a second cistern going. Let's see, villager now heading over to gold for him. On the opposite side, Scatterbrained, playing as the Zhuji's Legacy, is now opening with a village build. So did go onto the straggler tree here initially, gets the wood for village, and now is moving on to gold as well. Can look at the villager split right now. Lots of villagers on food right now for Viper, going with the 7-to-1 build. I like this one a lot. This is usually how I play out. Now we're even going up to 3 villagers on gold. This should be a relatively good timing on the age up coming up here from the Viper. Zhuji's Legacy on the opposite side. Gotta always remember, their age up is a little bit cheaper in the Tang Dynasty. They do pay 10% less for that initial age up until they reach the Song Dynasty, as they usually do. Looking at the sheep situation here as well, looks relatively even. We've got Scatterbrained now finding 3 sheep on his scout. And the Viper currently looking on the right-hand side. Looking at the right-hand side, where are the sheep there? We got 1 over here, 1 more over there. That they look to be mostly towards the side of Scatterbrained here. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Viper manages to find them. Oh, 2 more sheep over there. There's definitely still some sheep to be found on the map here. And look at that Viper actually sending a villager relatively early out onto the berries. Could this potentially be... Yeah, it is. It is going to be the Grand Winery here coming out from the Viper. And this makes me believe that this is going to be a fast mercenary play. When you play against the Zhuji's Legacy as the Byzantines, there's one strategy that is really deadly towards the Byzantines. Something that they just have in general, a really hard time dealing with, and that is the no Song Dynasty Meditation Garden into just all-in Zhuge-Nu spam. That can hit the Byzantines really hard, because archers, I don't know about you, but archers never really feel too great against Zhuge-Nu. You kind of need some horsemen in there as well as a meat shield. Granted, as the Byzantines with the mercenaries, you do get access to something like the longbowman or the javelin thrower. But you're gonna need a couple of them, and you're always limited by the amount of berries early on that you can get in order to pump out those mercenaries until you get a farm transition going. Meditation Garden is gonna be coming in now, and I'm not sure how I feel about this one. Not the best, not the worst. I'm not sure if he's getting this berry bush in as well. He's getting 60 stone from it, a little bit, like probably 2-4 wood per minute, as well as I want to say 40 food per minute. So roughly 100 resource per minute here for him. Personally, I think over here, like this is a spot he definitely must have seen. Would have been much better for Scatterbrained. Considering here you get 7, you get additional berry bushes, like you get a total of 8 berry bushes here. The initial one only spawns with 6, so you get a lot more food over here. You get stone, you get gold, you get more wood as well. Definitely worth it, especially against a civilization like the... Wait a second. With how many villagers did Viper age up? That's a sub 4 minute age up with the Grand Winery here. That was a really fast age up here. Probably pulled like 5 to maybe 6 villagers for the age up. He's now also moving on to wood there. He's getting a second cistern out as well, just passively from the stone that he gets from building just his buildings. We do see a relatively quick Song Dynasty now coming out here from Scatterbrained. Wondering if he's just going to go for a 2TC build. Now, if he's going to go for a 2TC build, then it's going to be looking a little bit more up for the Byzantines, because then they get that little bit of time that they need to go for something like a fast castle age, maybe get that timing to get some mercenaries out, and yeah, just overall be looking fine, because fast castle is one of the strengths on the Byzantines. Because not only do you get stronger with the Golden Horn Tower significantly, like it's a really good landmark, but also while you age up, you're going to be able to afford just a couple of mercenaries that you're able to send over either towards your opponent or to harass his fast castle age, or just keep them in your base in order to defend your fast castle age. So overall, I'm a pretty big fan of the fast castle age with the Byzantines. It's a really, really strong build order. Eco upgrades now also coming in for Viper. Gonna see where's that mill up. Okay, mill is over here, not in the range of the cistern. Unfortunately, the Grand Winery is not considered a mill, even though you can drop off food over here. So you're not getting like the economy tax in here, unfortunately. Wish it was different. It's not. Cistern was switched over to Dialectus though for the lumber camp. Did get an early double broadaxe in. Outpost actually coming out here now from Scatterbrain, so he's not really scouting his opponent right now. If he did, then he would know, okay, there's not even a single production building up right now. I don't really need that outpost. Now, granted, with the Shushi's Legacy, you pay 60 wood for these outposts, so it's not really the end of the world. It's a relatively small investment. You do have that outpost there, and granted, Scatterbrain, he is getting a lot of stone per minute just passively. And yeah, he'll be able to just upgrade this one basically for free as soon as the stone comes in. Like every 1 minute, he can upgrade one of his outposts, which only costs 60 wood, which is kind of insane right now. Like this landmark, it's kind of nuts, as well as the Song Dynasty bonus. It doesn't really make a lot of sense for outposts to be affected as well. So yeah, gonna have to wait and see. I mean, everybody is just thinking about nerfs coming to Shushi's Legacy, and it's quite likely. And it's one of the reasons why most of the pro players at the moment aren't really playing a lot of Shushi's Legacy, just because they assume it will very likely get nerfed, so you don't really want to like train a civilization that will be significantly weaker once those tournaments start. Alright, currently only 4 villagers on food. You do get a lot of passive food income from the meditation garden as well, equivalent to pretty much 1 villager, so you always have to like add an additional villager onto that number here. For Scatterbrained. Let's see, the Viper isn't getting that close, or rather that fast, to the castle age now. It's gonna take him a little bit. That's probably because he invested a bit into these production buildings here, the barracks, the mercenary house. You can see he has a lot of villagers over on Rit right now. Did go for a 3rd cistern. So does have some good economic bonuses right now on all of his villagers here. Yeah, this is in range on all of these villagers here, so very, very nice for him. Gets basically the equivalent of the Abbasid First Golden Age here. We do see an archer range now coming out from Scatterbrained. We're 7 minutes into the game, so this is not the quickest. Not the quickest build here. Delayed himself a little bit with that outpost, and overall, I feel like just not the most efficient build here, coming out from both players, but they're not the pro. Like, I was about to say, like, they're not the pros. It feels weird saying that about Viper, but currently he's not active, right? He's not active, he's not a competing pro in Age of Empires 4, so we can get away with saying stuff like that. On the opposite side, Scatterbrain, he is playing as a Shushi's Legacy. He is pumping out lots and lots of these Juggernaut right now. Going for a 4th archer range, like, that seems a little bit excessive to me. Viper is getting very close to getting that age up in, and we do see the Keshiks coming in. So does have that free, I say free, it's like quote-unquote free mercenary unit right now from the Byzantines, with which he's just able to keep his opponent on his side of the map. So Scatterbrain not moving out right now, gets a blacksmith up as well. It's the weirdest thing, right? Like, why is the blacksmith discounted as well? Scout stood a little bit too long next to that outpost. Yeah, the passive stone really kicking in. All of these outposts now have been upgraded, but now the Golden Horn Tower is going to be coming in, and this is such a good landmark, I gotta say. With 5 cisterns, you're looking at roughly 11 to 12 villagers worth of production, just when you look at the value. But on top of that, because Viper went for the Keshiks, the Keshiks at the moment, they spawn not 2, but 3 Keshiks from the Golden Hound Tower. So if you go for the Keshiks, this is not worth like 11 to 12 villagers, more like 16 to 17 villagers worth of value that you get out of the landmark. It's definitely a lot of value coming in here. Keshiks are attacking the Meditation Garden. Scatterbrain, not impressed, is just going to move straight over towards the base from Viper. Did probably scout out the Golden Tower here. But there are double barracks out, so Viper definitely has the opportunity here to just go into Varangian Guards in order to defend himself here. Currently, Juggernaut doing 4 damage, and even with the upgrade, they're still only going to be doing a single damage per bolt against these Varangian Guards, and Varangian Guards immediately in queue. Keshiks also in queue right now. 1 minute and 15 seconds for 3 of them, but the Juggernaut are coming in. First villager goes down. Second villager goes down, and these villagers drop so fast right now against these Shuganu. Every single volley kills a villager. And the blink of an eye, 4 villagers have gone down. Varangian guards. This is one of the main things that I really dislike about them. Look at their health. They only have 140 HP. Normal man-at-arms have 15 more health. That's 15 more shots that you're able to take from the Shuganu. On top of that, they cost double the gold than a normal man-at-arms does. Overall, not the best value unit, but the Kashyyyks now coming in as well. Healing with every single attack. More Varangian guards also on the follow. Oh, but the reinforcement Shuganu though. Coming in, 16 more Shuganu. I'm not sure if this is a fight that Viper can take yet. With the kiting from Scatterbrained. Has to return. Look at that. Single volley and half health on that Varangian guard. Scout gets caught out though. Probably got mixed up in that attack move. More of the Kashyyyks are coming out. We see the first couple of olive groves have come in for the Viper. And the Kashyyyks about to spawn now from the Golden Horn Tower. There's going to be 3 Kashyyyks, so Viper is going to go from 5 to 8 Kashyyyks immediately. And here they are. Kashyyyks now spawn in. Villager gets sniped though. But now with this many Kashyyyks and the Veterancy upgrade also coming in. I mean, he doesn't really need it right now. Like, all of these Shuganus still only do 1 damage to these Kashyyyks. But you definitely want it just for the max health and for the damage increase. Sends the Varangian guards in first. A little bit of a less value unit there for him right now. Now, Veterancy has come in on this Kashyyyks. That's going to be a lot more health, a lot more damage in now as well. And with that, the Shuganu are just going to die all the quicker now. Kashyyyk gets sniped out. Still, more Shuganu are going to be produced. And now we see the famous Juji defense. Outposts coming out here in mass. All of these are probably going to get upgraded now. Outpost isn't finished. Looking for the hand cannon placement. Immediately gets queued up. And with that, it's going to be really tough for Viper to find some value here. But villagers are getting found out though. It's going to be a lot of idle time for Scatterbrained. No farm transition yet for him. We do see farm transitions usually very early from the Juji legacy. Shuganu still fighting against those Varangian guards. They're not really focusing a single one every time, so they're not really killing them as quickly as they could. But they're quick enough. Like, look at that. The Varangian guards could barely kill a couple of them. Up behind that, Golden Horn Tower never stops producing. No monk yet has been queued from the Vipers, so relics haven't been taken. Outpost gets taken down. But we have 2 outposts here right now that are gonna be upgraded with those hand cannon slits. They're just coming out over here, and I mean, Scatterbrained right now. If you look at the map, and it's like, where does he want to drop his farms, right? His granaries. Over here, it's probably the best that he can do. He got most of the free space here. Over there, probably also a good call. But it's still tough, because this village kind of blocks a lot of the potential here. Like, this would probably have been the most ideal granary setup for him. Could probably just delete the village. Like, what's a village even? 75 wood. Yeah, just delete the village there. Build the granaries over there. Already has an outpost over here. Maybe 1 more, 2 more over here. And he should be fine. Kashyyyks are going to be coming in on the wood line now. Let's get his brain scout this. Gets the attack alert now. First villager did go down. Second villager goes down. Villagers are now pulling back over to the village. At the same time, Varangian guards attacking from the other side. Mind you, behind all of that, Scatterbrained is more than 20 villagers ahead right now. With that double TC, Viper didn't go for a second TC of his own yet. Instead went for more of a farm transition here. We do see a lot of the olive oil coming in. More Kashyyyks are going to be queued up now. But the Varangian guards just dropping like flies here to those Shuganu. The natural resource, the natural food resources here for Scatterbrained, they are slowly but surely all getting depleted. I see two more emplacements coming in. Where are they? Oh, they're over here on the boar. Scatterbrained went for the boar, is getting double hand cannon placements now on them. Sniper gonna scout that. He is indeed gonna scout that. Scatterbrained loses 1 villager, loses another one. Now jumps into those outposts. Actually, let's see if the outposts are gonna get some shots on them once they get upgraded. Not quite. Wasn't quite in time. Villagers are gonna return to gathering on that boar. Oh, you gotta be careful with that. Return to work on boars does, for some reason, not work. So you always, like, if you go on a boar, you have to manually re-click the villagers onto them. Scatterbrained does pay attention though. Only minimal idle time. Market now gets dropped. 1,500 gold for Scatterbrained in the bank right now. Meanwhile, on Viper's side, we got the Cistern level 4. More barracks coming out, and the first monk has been queued. 2 monks have been queued up from the Grand Winery, so is going to be collecting those relics. Those are going to provide him with additional olive oil for even more units. Shugadu fighting off against the Keshiks here, and now Castle Age has been bought for Scatterbrained. More outposts going up. Natural resources are going to get secured, but the Keshiks at the right place at the right time find the age up here. And Scatterbrained, he's probably not going to be able to get this one up, right? He's going to have to pull the villagers away, get the Jugunu back, run towards those. At the same time, Ranging Guards going once again. That might be enough for Ranging Guards to just take the outposts out. At the same time, Keshiks are going to get taken down now by those Jugunu. But the villagers here in these outposts, at the same time, even more raids coming in from the sides. The Viper just absolutely raiding everywhere right now. Villagers jump out of the outpost. More villagers did go down over here. 18 villager killed so far. And the Viper, only 13, 12 villagers, 11 villagers behind right now. But he has the Golden Horn Tower. So it's more like even. Plus he's getting the relics in. So Viper actually ahead right now in the economy. Scatterbrained, he's reached the age up, but because he sold all of his gold, because he bought all of these resources for age up, he now doesn't have enough resource left in order to upgrade his Jugunu. These are still only feudal age Jugunu. Behind that, the Viper already has the +2 upgrade for the Pierce Armor on these Ranging Guards. So even though they have a low health pool, they're gonna take significantly less damage from the town centers. And even with the upgrade now coming in on the Jugunu, going up to 5 damage with every single shot baseline, the Ranging Guards still only take a single point of damage. Outposts have gone up over here though. Even has the stone to immediately put in placements on them. Villagers to deploy the gold. Now has enough gold for the placements. Oh, gets the villagers out again. Has to be careful. More villagers are gonna go down. Wait, at the same time, more villagers have gone down over here, and Scatterbrained right now, he's down 33 villagers. He now has less villagers than Viper does. The villagers, why did they go out? At the same time, Scatterbrained, he's just A-moving all the way across into the base from Viper. Viper, in the meanwhile, he's getting a Mangonel out. He's going to be able to hold this very, very easily as the Jugunu come in. Scatterbrained maybe was just a little bit too confident in his defense, in his static defenses. Didn't pay too much attention now. Relics are coming in, but might get sniped here by the Jugunu. Jugunu, which right now are just taking down houses right now with their rapid-fire attack. Mangonel will be coming out soon, though. Only 10 seconds remaining on that one. Relics have been denied. Ranging Guards on the wood line. Scatterbrained has to pull villagers once again, but now he's in economic trouble. A ram now being dropped by Scatterbrained, but look at that. The Ranging Guard numbers, they're building. They're building quickly. Oh, Imperial Official might get sniped here. And Keshiks once again just on the gold mine. The hand cannon placement is just not enough here for Scatterbrained to defend. And Viper, he's got a full farm transition behind this. Well, pretty much, he's got enough farms here to pretty much last him for a long time. 16 villagers on food. That's more than Scatterbrained has right now at the very least. And now the Mangonel has come in for the Viper. Cistern, slowly but surely, might get taken down here. Ram might finish off the barracks. Cistern level 4 is going to be denied, but Viper has enough stone to just immediately rebuild that Cistern level 4. But Mangonel is getting closer now, gets a shot off. Gets a slight hit in on those Jugunu numbers. Is there a second Mangonel in queue? No second Mangonel in queue right now, and the Golems are also being built right now by the Golden Horn Tower. So that has more movement speed and does a lot of damage against those Jugunu. Oh, that one, another good shot here. From the Viper's Mangonel, and maybe gets another shot off. Jugunu dodge though. Look at that, 52 villagers that have been taken down by Viper in this game. But Mangonel gets sniped down by the Jugunu, but at the same time, great shots coming in from the Mangonel, from the second Mangonel here. Most of the Jugunu have been taken down, and now Viper, with the armored units, is going to collapse on the remaining army here from Scatterbrained. And Scatterbrained, he just does not have anything in order to hold this right now. Horsemen also coming out from Viper. He dropped 3 stables behind all of that. Already has the veterancy on those horsemen. So is now just going to be able to put even more pressure on Scatterbrained's pretty much non-existent economy right now. With even more raids. Sure, the outposts are nice here and there, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. You still have to garrison the villagers, and yeah, it just feels like the attention there from Scatterbrain every now and then was not where it needed to be on those attack alerts. Villagers might get found out here on the deer. Shuganu still holding over there though. There we go. Outposts with the hand cannon placement. One even has been fortified, but the units are just going to be looking to kill even more villagers here. Second TC just does not feel like it's done enough when you've lost 53 villagers, and another outpost is going to go down. Villagers once again exposed. And with that, with the army from the Viper right in front of the doorstep from the Zhuji legacy, it just feels like the writing's on the wall right now. Farm transition is being rushed up right now by Scatterbrain, but it's just too little too late at this point in time. Food income pretty much goes towards zero here at this point in time. Mangonel might be a little bit exposed here. Shuganu definitely looking towards that. More villagers get killed here with the outpost going down. Mangonel misses the shot. Great dodge here from Scatterbrain, but I feel like you can dodge all you want at this point in time. The Viper is up to 500 olive oil per minute right now, so he's just going to be passively producing all of these cash shakes all day long for pretty much free at this point in time. Siege Workshop gets dropped by Scatterbrain, and if there's any way for him to come back into this game, it has to be with Nest of Beast. The Viper has been missing horticulture this entire time. That's probably why the food income has been so low. Should have probably been at least at like 1400 food per minute. Siege Workshop is there, but not enough wood. A lot of wood has been spent on the farm transition here. Doesn't have the wood right now to get these Nest of Bees out. Even more and more units are getting queued by Viper, and now he's got enough to just take these outposts down. Doesn't care about the hand cannon placements on them at all. The DPS in the end, because they shoot relatively slowly, it doesn't really do a lot to all of these units right now. 25 damage each shot on paper is really great, especially against these armored units, considering the price, but it's just not enough when these outposts only have 750 health. They're getting taken down really, really quickly. Mangonel almost gets a great shot off once again. Springled is coming out. No Nest of Bees yet. First couple of crossbowmen are starting to get entered onto the mix, but oh, a great shot! Scatterbrain. Not look. Is it going to be another? Is it going to be another? Is there going to be a dodge? Dodge comes in. Not gonna. Oh my god! Directly into the middle. So many. Shuganu going down. Nest of Beast snipes the snipes the Mangonel though. Behind that, even more raids from the other sides coming in. Kashik surrounding the entire base from Scatterbrain. Their units everywhere. Cavalry raiding everywhere. Even more villagers going down. Scatterbrain down to 38 economy units. Shuganu taking some great engagements here against the veteran horsemen, but it's just not enough because the raids are happening everywhere at the same time. Down to 33. Viper now doubling the economy count. We even see the cataphracts getting queued in now. This has to be the game-ending move. When the cataphracts come in, that's when you know that your opponent has resources to spare and that he doesn't mind investing into some very, very high-cost units here in order to finish you off. And yeah, at this point in time, units just streaming across the map here from the Viper. There is no place left for Scatterbrain to run. He's now down to 29 economic units, and Sacred Site victory even approaching behind all of that. Trebuchet getting queued. Viper knows that he's won, and Scatterbrain realizes that he's lost at this point in time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the cast, I hope you did. Feel free to leave a like on the video, maybe even subscribe to the channel, maybe even check me out on Twitch, as I do live stream there occasionally. With all of that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one.